What is up, guys? My name is Soul, and for my first video I would like to introduce you to the game Omnia, created by the creators of Final Fantasy series, Square Enix. Now, what I'm presenting today is really just the introduction of a game, how it works, the basis, and just some polls. So this game is really just about turns, choosing people, and pulling weapons. So these weapons are gonna be equipped on your characters that you're going to choose to battle. And these characters can be leveled up through their levels and their skill levels. These are the skills, basically, which you must be able to afford with the crystals that they have provided. Right here on the left, that's all the crystals that you're gonna need for each and every character. And affording these skills will let you equip certain abilities for your character to make them stronger. Now, these passive abilities are achieved from artifacts, which must be leveled up with the same copy 3 times of the same copy, and it has to be max leveled. So really the components of every weapon, armor, and artifacts, which is basically you have to select them and level them up and unlock their limit breaks, which again must have 3 copies of the same weapon. Or you can unlock the limit breaks with 4 copies of these orbs. It says right here 4 required, which is a total of 12 really, if you don't have the same copies. And once you max them up with the limit breaks, you'll be able to unlock a certain skill or ability, ability for your character to make your ability stronger. So every character will have 2 5-star weapons with these abilities, right? And each of them will grant a certain boost for each skill. So every character has 2 skills, right? And they must be equipped with an armor, which is also unlocked. No, wait. Which also has an ability, my bad, with the limit breaks. Alright? So that's that. Let me see, what else? In order to get the weapons, you must pull them, which I'm going to demonstrate it with this event draw for Van's Demon's Bane, which is a EX weapon. Now, EX weapons are a third type, a third 5-star weapon, which grants a third ability, a special ability, which doesn't even have any limits or anything for the number of uses. But these weapons are really hard to get, I guarantee you. Like, the the minimum amount of pulls that you can get is probably like 15,000, if not more, to get the EX weapon. And these gems are really easy to get, honestly, from the quests and the daily missions and rewards. But yeah, these gems are really go by fast because the multi-draws, right, they're 5,000. And I can just do 5 pulls at the moment. And I can do 28 single draws with these tickets. Now, recently they added a system for, I believe it's C tokens. And these tokens can be exchanged for power stones, which are the stones for limit breaking, the four copies, right? And the EX weapon. Now you can get these tokens from the polls, the multi-draws, and that's it. Now other tokens really are the power tokens, which are red, and they can be exchanged for either the weakest 5-star or the strongest 5-star. Now let me explain how it works. So the weaker 5-star, right, has a 15 CP. Now CP is a maximum limit for your character for the abilities to be equipped. So every ability has a certain amount of CP that adds up to the total number of CP that is equipped to your character. So the stronger the weapon, the higher the CP, and once you equip those weapons, you can equip more abilities and so forth. Now the EX weapon has the highest CP value, a total of 80, really. When you draw it, it's going to be 70, but when you limit break it increases. Let me see. Okay, so there's other tokens as well, for tokens for armors, which are really at the moment for the global version. It's just one copy of it. Not one copy, but like one armor for every character. In the Japanese version, they have 2 armors with two different abilities that can be unlocked by maxing them up. And they have like they literally just boost your character. They don't boost your skills. And these tokens over here, the 2 above, are the recent events that they're holding right now in the global. And right now I'm really just pulling for Van's EX weapon because my team is really sucks. My team sucks, literally. Like I pulled for Furion, and honestly, his EX skill does not do much, really. In the Japanese version, right, his first two skills, right, is way stronger. It's fixed and improved, but in the global, it's weak and he's not really useful at the moment. So I was planning to get the EX weapon for Van, and yes, now we're gonna proceed to the draws. Wish me luck and enjoy. Okay, so we're at the first draw. The first draw is freaking bronze. Now the bronzes are the weakest tier, of course. Nobody's gonna equip it, alright? It doesn't have any abilities or any special like boost or anything. Nothing. It's just plain boring. Okay, this is a 5-star. Okay, it's a bad 5-star. It's the 15 CP. How do you know? So the weapon, right? If it's just a weapon, it's a 15 CP. If he has the character, the face of the character in it, it's a 35 CP. If it's shining, like if the logo is shining, like the EX weapon, you can tell, yeah, it's an EX weapon. I'll tell you. If I get it, of course, I'll show you. Excuse me, kinda sick. So I've been playing this game for about like 5 months, and the levels are really easy to raise, cause the way you raise your levels, your ranks, is by leveling up your characters. You can level up your characters through battles, leveling them up manually with certain EXP objects, or just use certain boosts like EXP boosts ×3 or ×2 that you can access in the item shop and level them up faster. Now, I didn't get into detail about the crystals. The crystals, right? Every character has a different crystal color, and they must be acquired through their crystal dungeon, which is accessible in different days of the week. One day of the week for each type. There are 6 types. Monday to Saturday, and Sunday it's dungeon for gold. Now these 4 stars does have abilities when maxed up, but they don't really grant that much of a boost, and it's really not worth it at all. So I don't recommend leveling them up. My god, I can't even speak. Oh, okay. So yeah, the first important thing about the game is really making sure that you have enough gems to pull this thing, and then you can focus on the gold and amount of orbs, right? These orbs, right? The blues for armor, the red for weapons. They're used for leveling them up. So after the limit break, it increases their max limit of level, and you can. Yeah, and you can really just expand the levels and max them up and increase their power. Now the way this game works is in the battles, right? The battles, you think that okay, they're attacking, they're reducing their HP. No, that's not how it works. Their actions, right? One is called BRV, the other is called HP. The BRVs are basically attacks or just actions that collect power to make the HP action stronger. BRV breaks are just bonuses. They're just ways to get your BRV higher to make your HP attack stronger. So the way it works is that you break, you increase your BRV, right? You use the BRV attacks, and then you use the HP attacks to destroy your enemies. I'm not getting anything yet, because The single draws are really like impossible to draw the EX weapon, honestly. It's the 5,000 pulls that makes it more possible. Okay, last ticket. So far we've gotten 2 5 stars. Okay, and now we will proceed with the multi-draws. So we must be very careful about this because we don't need anything else except the EX weapon. Okay. Dragon Silvers. Okay, go. Yes! Oh my god! Yes! Oh my god, first draw, we got the weapon. Oh my, yo, I'm so lucky. Really. Okay, so this is really all I needed. So right here we have the EX weapon, right? 70 CP, right? Maxed up. It's gonna be 35 levels. 35 level cap, and this special ability is casted by using actions, and these actions, right, will fill the bar, right, and you can use the ability. And these abilities have no limit whatsoever, no limit to their number of uses, so you can just spam it. But the problem with it is that when you don't have any more actions. So let's say you have just the BRB attack and the HP attack left, and your other skills have 0 uses. It's very hard to increase the bar then, because the only way to really increase your EX ability is with the first 2 skills. So I'm gonna show you guys how to attain the abilities. So right here we have the 12 orbs, because we don't have 3 copies of this weapon, obviously. How can you throw 3 times? Like, I'm so lucky this time, really. Usually it takes about like 5 multi-draw pulls just to even get it. Or I said 3 to 5, I don't care. But it's nearly impossible. Let's just do it. So over here, right? Limit break, of course. That's when you use 3 copies or 12 orbs, right? And you see over here, the level cap is increased to 35, and the CP max limit of the character is increased. It's not of the character, but of the weapon. And the weapon can be equipped on the character, which then increases the CP of the character. Now, this weapon, the EX weapon, it has the strongest boost. For right here, I can't even point. What am I talking about? So, the initial bravery, that's the amount of power you start with, and the max BRB is the amount of power that can be collected upon. So the most power that you can collect is 3,273, just the weapon itself. But with the character, it's almost up to 15,000, I believe. And there's other boosts and special events that boost the character, and yeah. So right here, these are the special effects from the limit break of the EX weapon. Right here, see this displays blazing wave. That's the passive ability. So now we're gonna go to the thing, our character right here. We're gonna select him, and obviously we're gonna switch out that weapon. And you see that increase, right? We're gonna have a total of 8,297 on the character. So on the battle, we have 8,300 of maximum power that we can collect. And right here on the bottom, max CP, that's 240. And right here we can collect up to 240 CP using the abilities that we earn from the crystal levels, the regular levels of the character, and the limit breaks of the weapons. And I think I'm gonna end it here. Gameplays are gonna come later. For now, I'm just gonna introduce the game, and I think I'm gonna end it here. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something.